Hi, so I have some new videos to go with the episodes that have been released this past year. And I want to start with episode 165, where I talk about helping our teens process grief. Now, it's very common that our kids are going to have some possibly big grief event while they're teenagers. And it could be that it's just small events of grief, of losing out on opportunities, not making teams, maybe ending friendships, that type thing. But it's also going to be very common that they might have one big grief event. And it's really important how we help them process this emotion. And I go through all of that in episode 165, which I have linked down in the comments. Now, I really want you to see visually, though, we want to help our kids go through this grief tunnel. Grief, along with other negative emotions, are not things that we want to have them eliminate. We don't want to have them get out of this tunnel. The whole idea is if we allow them, if we're with them during this emotion, they're going to go through the tunnel quicker and in a much more healthy way. And then they will not be afraid of other emotions when this comes up again in their life. Okay, so I really want you to think about they are feeling these emotions. We want to be with them. There's nothing worse than feeling alone in our emotions. So this is an opportunity to help them just know I'm here with you. We don't take on the grief, we don't feel it, but we can be there with them. Okay, and I talk a lot about that in the episode, but I really want you to see what we are going to do is going to help them move through it faster. And then again, they will then have this memory that it was not that scary to feel this horrible, horrible emotion. I understand that's how grief is. I have felt it. It's not something I'm seeking out, but I know that I can get through it because I have this memory that I was able to get through it. And so that's what we're helping our teens develop, this memory that I can get through it. So this is how we do it. First, we want to name it. So it's okay to say to them, are you feeling sad? And see what they say. Are you feeling, they're probably not going to say grief, right? I'm feeling really lonely. I really miss this person. I feel so bad that this happened to this person, right? They're going to say it in other ways and allow them to get into their body and say, are you feeling this? Are you feeling this? Just being able to put a name to it is so important and gives them power over the emotion. Instead of thinking that the emotion is what's driving them, they'll realize, oh, okay, I can be in charge of this emotion, of this sadness, of this loneliness, of this embarrassment, of this grief, whatever it is, they will recognize, okay, I'm a little bit separate from this. Then normalize it. Now, all of these things are us helping our kids go through the tunnel. Normalize it by saying things like, I feel that too. I'm so sorry. I know I don't like where I feel that. I'll feel that in my stomach. And that's just, I'm feeling it too. I have felt that in this time. Help them understand what they're feeling is a very, very human emotion. It doesn't mean something's gone wrong with their body. These are not things that they need to be afraid of, right? They might not like it, but the more we normalize it, that yes, so and so, your uncle passed away, your grandfather, your whoever it is. Yes, we are feeling that. We are mourning this. And talk to them about what's going on inside your body. Now, recognize it might be different for them. We all experience grief very differently. It could be they say, yeah, you know what? I don't want to talk to anyone for the next 2 hours. Let that be okay. Don't let that be something that we need to change. Let that all be okay. But normalizing it and helping them see other people feel this too, nothing is wrong with me, is so important. Again, we're getting them faster through this tunnel, but again, allowing it that they're going to go at their pace. Ask questions. Try not to say things like, yeah, well, you know what? He's in a better place, or you're going to get over it, or no, look on the bright side. Look at all of these great things that have happened to you. All of those comments. And yes, I have said those things. Don't beat yourself up if you say them. All of those things, though, make the other person not feel validated. Their nervous system feels very off when we say that, because it's like we're saying what you're feeling is wrong. And that's not the message we want to get across. We want to get across what you're feeling is healthy and okay, and we can get through it. So, in all reality, we have to say much less. Just ask questions. Hey, how are you feeling today? Hey, how can I help you today? Like, are there things you would like to do? Tell me about that. When they're really missing someone or longing, say, hey, tell me about that person. Like, what are your best memories of that person? What are you gonna miss? Like, how, again, all of this is us being outside of the tunnel, but helping them move through the tunnel. They will be in charge of when they get through it, and we're going to be able to see it. It's very obvious. If children feel like they are not alone, remember, this is our goal, so that they don't feel alone, they're going to get through this so much faster. Now, all of these tools work with anyone, not just a teen. But the wonderful thing about us doing this with our teens, it's a wonderful gift we can give them, so that they are imprinting on their nervous system that these emotions are things that I don't need to be afraid of. I don't need to avoid. I don't need to numb from them. I don't need to run to alcohol or over shopping or like whatever it is, so that I don't feel these emotions. They will have a memory. Okay, someone sat with me and I got through it. Okay, I hope this was helpful. Make sure you listen to the episode. Feel free to rate and review the podcast.